Good day to you viewers, the Colonel speaking to you live from the Lay Rectory, home of the Squire, for British Imperial YouTube Broadcasting. Today the Squire's going to show us a very interesting record find of his, and it's not just the records, viewers, that are interesting. Good day to you, Squire.
Good day to you.
You've had some luck, I see.
Yes, I was at an antique centre a week or two ago, and I went down into the sort of place where they keep all the junk, and I found this box.
Junk?
Well, it was all sorts of stuff. Anyway, it's still got some of the dust on. I better get that off. Anyway, I was interested because the lid slides, and when
yes.
I took the lid
Good Lord, look at that, viewers.
There were records inside. I mean, I have cleaned the records up and tidied them up a bit and put them into sleeves. Just a heap of records. But these are all First World War, or just pre-First World War.
And
records.
that's the interesting story, isn't it?
I'm convinced that this is a box that was out on the Western Front and was used to keep records in. Now,
there is a clue, isn't there?
There is a clue, because here is a job to see, because it's margarine boxes.
Yes, and it's
I think it's Falcon.
Falcon margarine, British-made margarine.
Yes,
that says.
yeah.
Yes.
So I reckon the officers, somebody had these records.
Well, I imagine one of the batmen was sent to, go and find some wood and make us a box for our records for the mess.
Exactly.
And he went to the cookhouse, found some old margarine boxes, and here we are, 100 years later, with a box full of Great War records. How fantastic!
Yes. Well, look at this one.
Go on, viewers, ask how much he paid for them.
Long way to Tipperary. You can't get much better.
Look at that Phoenix record.
Yeah. What's
on the back? Dance your troubles away, Harry Long.
I put one or two of these into sleeves because these were all just one awful heap in here. There's a single-sided sonophone. Father Paper the Parlour.
Billy Williams, yes. Oh, it's double-sided.
Double-sided.
Clogs and Shawl. Is that Indian pressing?
That's a single-sided label.
It is.
And it's a double-sided copy. Twin record.
Yes. Would You Like to Save My Life, sung by Phil Ray. I don't know him. Don't Stick It Out Like That, Will Terry. I think that's Stanley Kirkby, isn't it? Oh, another Zonophone. O.O. Antonio, Florrie Ford. That's an Indian pressing. Yes, Calcutta. So I wonder if these records were donated to the regiment, or maybe officers brought them with them. Who knows? That bit of the story is lost to us, alas.
That's a Britannic record.
Britannic record, yeah. What's that one? Absence Makes the Heart Grow Fonder, somewhere Frank C. Stanley. Right. That was a winner.
One for the church parade.
Oh yes, the Church's One Foundation. Lead kindly light amidst the encircling gloom. Oh, a Pioneer record, they're not common.
Post-Horn Gallop.
Yeah, Royal Horse Guards Blues. Overture, 1812 overture. Strange things to hear at the front, but who knows?
Well, these are the ones that came with it. I did clean the records. I've cleaned the records.
Miner's Dream of Home, Frank Williams. Ring Out the Bells for Christmas, Home Guards Band. Yeah, but it's just the sort of stuff that would have been played. Guardsman record, that seems right. Departure of Kitchener's Army for France, Invicta Sketch Company. Fantastic. Landing of Kitchener's Army in France. Marion Walmart.
Charge of the Light Brigades.
Yeah, they're all very interesting records. I suppose there were favourites brought with them, and
well,
they wouldn't have all been playing wartime records, would they? They'd have been playing all sorts of popular stuff. Little Willie's Wild Woodbines on Regal. Tickle Me Timothy. Of course, some may have been added since the Great War. Who knows? But
I think most of these are.
Most of them are. The Rattler Gallop. John Bull Orchestra. Eola Barn Dance. Another winner. Landing of the British Army in France. Yeah, landing again. Columbia. Pack Up Your Troubles again. The Unity Quartet. There's a long, long trail, a winding. See, they're all interesting stuff.
But I did put these dividers between them.
Yes. I could love a little girl like you, Betty Barclay, in a baritone. Don't say I ever made you love me. Strange, I don't know that one at all.
Sounds like something out of a musical comedy.
It does,
it does. That, doesn't it?
And a little child shall lead them, William Newton, that's a hymn. Where the river Shannon flows, that isn't. Oh, God be with you till we meet again. It is well with my soul. Can you imagine them sitting around the sort of in the trenches playing hymns? But maybe they did. I don't know. I'm forever blowing bubbles. That's a Regal. Oh, what a pal was Mary.
I don't know whether whether any of these have been added since. Or whether
who knows? You know, you got the lot.
Really read that.
Scala record when Father played with the parlour. Billy Williams again. Probably the same pressing as the first one.
Could be.
But it's good to go out and find a box of records, let alone ones as good as these. Regal, that old-fashioned mother of mine, Eric Randolph. For you a rose, for me a memory. Isn't he a pseudonym for somebody?
I think so, yeah.
Can't remember who. Sure, someone will write in and tell us.
In a clockmaker's shop.
That's a popular one of the time. Guard Republican.
Yeah, it's funny, in a clockmaker's shop I found an LP recording, a modern LP recording of that. On a Reader's Digest box set. It was very unusual to find a modern version of that.
Yes, it is.
Whistler and His Dog.
Oh, yes. I've got a German version of that, the Pfeiffer und his Hund or something. Xenophone, since Father joined the Territorials. Billy Williams again. When Father played the part, they got 3 copies of that. It seems unlikely, but you never know if it's sort of several people's collection brought together. Beautiful Bird Sing On, Robert Carr. The Song of the Thrush. Another single-sided Xenophone.
Pearls with Flute Sailor.
Guard Republican. Don't know that one. Another Regal. On Calvary's Brow. Throw out the lifeline.
Grey Home in the West.
Yeah, Edgar Coyle.
Where My Caravan.
Well, classic tunes of the period.
Well, aren't they?
Things people like to listen to and to sing. Where My Caravan Has Rested, yes. My Tiny Firefly, sung by Frank Williams. The Regimental Pet. See, I've never seen that record before. Tickled to Death by Chaz Hunt. It's all played by the Peerless Orchestra, dear chap. Ragtime March and Two-Step. Alexander's Ragtime Band, Two-Step. Peerless Orchestra, dear chap.
See the sort of stuff that has been very popular.
Very popular, dear chap. Yes. That's a big one. John Bull, Wigger Wagger by Bert Alvey, rather. I Want to Go to Idaho. Wow. It's an old newspaper at the bottom there, but it's not wartime.
No, I don't think so.
I think it's the 50s or 60s or something. Well, what an interesting find.
What do you reckon to those then?
Very good. Go on, viewers, ask. How much was it? Emma Chiswick, as they say.
Got the whole lot for £10.
Brilliant. I'm convinced that's a Great War period one as well.
I think there is.
When you look at that, it's made of an old margarine box.
Oh, I think there's no doubt about it.
Yeah, Falcon margarine. But just astonishing that such a thing can be found. There's a sort of Art Nouveau handles on the side that may have been liberated from some French furniture, perhaps.
Possibly.
You never know.
You don't. No. All you need now is some French decor, and you've got the full setup, really.
Well, exactly. Yes, I've got one of the record boxes as well, a Great War one I bought on eBay. And it's got a sort of screw-down top and a little compartment. Yeah, do you remember that? I got it for 99p on eBay. People didn't know what it was, but I did. My genuine trench decker, 1914. It's rather nice. But obviously, you know, when people went out there, they often took their own records with them, and presumably, you know, this is the regimental box. There is no insignia on it, I have to say.
There's nothing on there to say, but it just struck me.
And I haven't seen any handwriting on here that might indicate anything.
No.
But that looks like sort of British Army green, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? That's what I thought when I saw it. I thought, well, this has got to be. And it's the sort of thing somebody would knock up in a workshop.
Well, in a trench, really. They're doing all the trench art. Why shouldn't they do a little bit, a bit of box making? It's fairly sturdily made, but obviously from scraps of wood.
I put these cardboard squares between them. I thought, well, I don't want the records getting spoiled any more than they are.
No, what an interesting lot. Well, thank you very much for showing us, and it just shows that anything can be anywhere. And you should really look around for these things. If you hadn't opened the lid of that box, you wouldn't have known what was in it.
Well, the trouble is I don't always go down, because it's down a very difficult set of stairs.
Oh, yes.
And I don't always go down. But this time I felt so inclined, and
it paid off. It really did.
It really did pay off.
Although I have to say, most antique shops and junk shops, well, if there are any junk shops, rarely have any records in, and the records they have, if they have any, are a lot of old tat.
Well, yes, that's
but
right.
It doesn't mean to say you can't find things when you go and have a look.
No, indeed, absolutely not.
Extraordinary. Well, they all are back safe in the box. And all I can say is, keep your eyes peeled, as Shaw Taylor used to say, viewers. And you never know what you might find. Thank you, and goodbye.
Okay.